Well, cheers, I do, buckaroos, as I try to adjust that slightly. Oh, there you saw the top of the TV. I keep trying to get it right. I can't seem to quite get it where I want to get it, man. See if I can adjust this just a little bit. Here we go. I know, I'm not really in this painted pub behind me, right? But I like having the backdrops. Okay, here we go. We turn my music back on here. If you can hear King Harvest dancing in the moonlight, of course, I don't know the rights to King Harvest dancing in the frickin' moonlight. Are you following me? So I've got my Michelob chalice here, and I've got a Founders Solid Gold Premium Lager, 4.4%. 20 IBUs. I picked this up because, well, I kind of want some filler beers, you know what I mean? My budget was a little tight for beer this month, so I picked up a couple of good ones. But then I wanted to have a little extra. This was $13.28 for the 15 pack, which is actually cheaper than some, top tier macros. There were some top tier macros that are about the same price for a 12 pack. I know you can buy 30 pack beers cheaper. But if we're talking top tier macros, this one was about the same price, man. So I can get that can up there so you can see it. Founders Solid Gold. I didn't look it up, but I believe it is an adjunct-free lager. No, Founders has been in a little trouble lately for some discrimination practices and some homophobia. I don't know. Just get your shit together, all right? I'm not gonna boycott your Founders, but how about y'all just get your shit together out there? Quit hating on anything. How about that? I had somebody comment. I did a live video talking about that the other day, and someone said, "Well, I have the right to say." Yeah, you do. That's we can still use the First Amendment. You have the right to say. Yeah, you've got the right to hate, and I've got the right to point out that you're being an asshat. That's kind of how it works. And so don't be an asshat, Founders. Get your shit together out there. I don't want to have to boycott you. I mean, I will if it's necessary. But I gotta tell you, I really don't want to. I just don't, man. Don't make me do it. If you can hear Climax Blues Band, couldn't get it right. I don't know the rights to Climax Blues Band, couldn't get it right. I do like this song, though, man. It's one of my favorite songs. I think they were an underrated band in the 70s. I think they got kind of falsely labeled a pop band when they really weren't. I mean, they weren't heavy rock, but they weren't really soft rock either. They were kind of a different sound. Nice malty nose, a hint of sweetness. And then again, when you can buy a beer like this for about the same price as buying this macro counterpart, I don't know why you wouldn't buy this. Even, I don't know who owes who anymore, quite frankly. I don't give a rat's ass. But if we're talking about quality of beer, yeah, I mean, it's a nice quality beer. Certainly a higher quality beer than any of its macro counterparts. But I think a lot of people buy those macros, one is price, especially if you're buying 30-pack beer. And I think a lot of it is that people become accustomed to a taste, right? I mean, if all you eat is a McDonald's hamburger, you come to think that, it's a good quality burger or a good quality product when it's not. It's not a high quality product. It's never been a high quality product. It's always been a cheap product. But if that's what you're used to, that's what you keep gravitating towards. And it's the same thing with beer. I think the macros have done a great job over the year of dumbing everybody's palates down. They didn't automatically just chuck a shitload of adjuncts in there and say, here you go. No, they added a little bit at a time. They gradually took out a little bit of malt, keep adding a little more crap. There you go. A nice, easy drinking lager that will go with about anything. If you don't want to be filled up, you want a relatively low ABV beer. This at 4.4%, in my opinion, is a session beer. I've got friends that draw the line strictly at 4%. I mean, I don't. It doesn't make sense to me. I get the tradition behind it. I understand that, but it still doesn't make sense. I mean, 4% session, that's it. But 4.1 now, you can't session that. That'll hammer you. I mean, that logic doesn't make sense to me. And I'm an American, right? I don't, my idea of a session beer is different than somebody that grew up in Britain with 4-hour pub sessions. It doesn't matter that that's where the saying or that's where the phrase or the word comes from. What matters is how we use it now. We don't have to, use that same philosophy to describe a session beer. And that's the point that I keep trying to make. I don't have to say a session beer according to British standards. I believe we fought a war for that nonsense and won. Anyway, excuse me, I got to scratch my nose, darn it. You can hear Fleetwood Mac Tusk. I don't know the rights to Fleetwood Mac Tusk. So it is very easy to drink. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I want you can pair certain beers with certain foods that make more sense. But a light lager like this will go with anything if that's what floats your boat. There's nothing wrong with that. So there you go. And if I was going to a house that go to a picnic, barbecue, whatever, where it was mostly macro drinkers, I would bring a beer like this and share it because I've known a lot of macro drinking friends that have a certain idea of what craft beer is. It's too heavy, it's too hoppy. And you give them a beer like this, and then they're, you give them something a little bit better than what they're used to, but not so far out of the box. It takes them in a different direction, and that's what a beer like this is for. So there you go. All right, so I need to get up and finish my dinner. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, Beer Evangelist, brother of a beer drinker. Beer Wilson, all around good guy. Oh, that hurts. I got carpal tunnel and arthritis and trigger finger, and I can still snap, but it hurts like hell, man. It stings, but sometimes you gotta play through the pain. But cheers, y'all. Remember, life is serious. Beer shouldn't be. Relax, man. Quit getting wound up about silly ass shit. One last time, just for fun. I'm Tom the Beer Whisperer, Evangelist, man. All right, good guy. Cheers, y'all.